They never drove through Indiana. Didn't let it wild at her. Planted that seed, busted his ass for you and me. You're gonna harvest moon in Kansas. They'd understand why God made those fly old states.
Now that I have your attention, allow me to tell you the history and development of country music. Early country music. Country music began to form its roots in the early 1920s. August 1st, 1927 is considered the most important day in the creation of country music. This is because record executive Ralph Peer signed Jimmie Rodgers and the Carter family to Victor Records to professionally record the first country tunes. And here's a picture of Jimmie Rodgers and the leader of the band. Throughout all of his years of recording music and the development of country music, Jimmie Rodgers became known as the father of country music. When Rodgers' band went to audition for the Victor Records, they recorded 2 songs. After that, they broke up because each member's payment was discussed and they couldn't agree on how much money they would each get. So Rodgers' band broke up. Well, Victor Records contacted Jimmie Rodgers and them to record some more songs. His band never showed up, so Rodgers auditioned alone and was asked to record more songs for Victor Records, but on a solo basis. And there's just another picture of him and one of his record labels. The evolution of country music. Over the years, it's developed a lot from the 1920s to now. In the 1930s to the 1960s, there was various styles of music known as the Western Swing, a cuff and the Grand Ole Opera, Bill Monroe and bluegrass, cowboy music, honky tonk, and Nashville sound. I will play a short video of a cuff and the Grand Ole Opera. Now that you saw that, compared to the first video, you can see how much different new modern country is from the older country. Also, continuing on throughout the ages, in the 1970s to the present day, country music, you had outlaw country, urban country, Garth Brooks, and the new country. Here I have a picture of a beech nut gum ad for doing the Western Swing from around the 1950s, and this is Garth Brooks in one of his first album covers in the 1990s, turning the new page in country music. I'll now let you hear an example of outlaw country with a song called "A Country Boy Can Survive" by Hank Williams Jr.
Back in the woods, a woman and the kids and the dogs and me. I've got a shotgun, a rifle, and a four-wheel drive, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. I can plow a field all day long. I can catch catfish from dusk till dawn. Make our own whiskey.
Okay. Okay, now that you've heard a little sample of outlaw country, you can see once again another change from country that you heard about the Grand Ole Opry. Next, I would like you to listen to one more country music song. It's by Luke Bryan. It's a newer country song, and this is how country music has changed. As you can tell throughout those four songs that you heard, the rhythm of the music, the instruments used, and the style of the writing and words all is different and has changed throughout the years, but is still based on the same roots that Jimmie Rodgers put forth in the early 1920s. Here I just have some pictures of New Star, Luke Bryan for the ladies, and Taylor Swift for the guys. Just some other ads and license plates that represent country throughout the ages, like the Honky Tonk in the 50s and Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy, which was outlaw country in the 70s and 80s. So how many of you might listen to a little bit of country now that you have learned about it? Country music doesn't get a lot of respect from most people and is not the most popular genre today, but I encourage you all to listen to some country music and you just might like it. I will now yield to Shane, who will tell you about hip-hop.